Wait. Okay. Morning,
Hi.
everybody.
Morning.
How's it, Lauren?
Hi, Craig. How are you?
All right, man. It looks like you got a really cool day there.
Yeah, the weather's amazing. It's been raining all morning, and we're doing a pool shoot today. So, but you're going to see how amazing the images look, even though we've got cuck weather.
It's fantastic, man. We got a really lucky day here today. The studio is a lot. It's quite sunny, as you can see. Some of the light coming in from the window here. So quite excited, guys, to do this. It's the first time that we are doing this kind of dual location shoot. So we've got Lauren, who's all the way in Durban, and then of course me, who's also down the coast, but in Port Elizabeth. So yeah, what we're going to do is pretty much do a shoot, and you guys can watch a little bit behind the scenes of how we shoot. Lauren and I both are in the sort of fashion side of the business of photography, but we shoot very different styles and very different ways of shooting. So it's always nice for me to watch somebody else work, especially somebody like Lauren. It also gives me a lot of ideas and things that I can maybe use in my photography. But yeah, it's. I'm going to ask you guys to ask some questions, and then we will watch the. Yeah, I will ask the questions, and then who's ever shooting will then have an opportunity to answer your questions. So don't be shy about asking what are you wanting to know, what lights we're using, or whatever, why the setups, etc., etc. So yeah, you got anything else you wanna say? Lauren, who's your model for today?
My model is Shannon. Say hi, Shannon. From Our Metal Management. She's very happy to help me out today. We're going to get some beautiful shots. It's raining here, and it's pretty cold. So she's sucking it up and sitting in a pool for me today. Yay, thank you, Shannon. And then I've also got my makeup. Oh, sorry. I've also got my makeup artist here. She's too shy to say hello, but the beautiful Valenti did her makeup and hair today. Yeah.
That's fantastic. I'm shooting Sune today. Very tall Sune. I've shot her a few times, so we work quite well together. So yeah, it's going to be heaps of fun. So I think, Lauren, what we should do is basically just tell us a little bit about what are you going to be shooting, and what is your theme and your location and the lights that you're going to be using, and what are you trying to get out of the day, and then we can go from there. And then yeah, let me see if I can put you onto full screen.
Okay, I'm going to move around. I'm going to get off my chair and walk so I can show you guys what's going on. Camera. Yeah. Okay, can you?
How's it, Tyrone? Welcome, man.
Okay. All right. So what I'm doing today is mostly focusing on doing beautiful portraits. My swimming pool. I'm using one big 32 at the moment, and then I've got a giant 2 meter by 1.5 meter Godox reflector, and then it's on the silver side, so that it's just reflecting like a beautiful. You can see the light on her face. It's just beautiful. So distracting with the noise. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start shooting, so you can sort of see a couple of images. I'm shooting. So we're just going to.
Lauren, I've lost your sound.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe stick it on your behind on your vest or something. At the back of you. Ask your makeup artist to stick it on your back of your. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, there's still a little bit of a.
That's okay. Let me just put it on this side. How's that? If I'm shooting this way, it'll be closer. Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, cool.
All right, I was just saying I'm shooting with an 85mm lens, which is a beautiful portrait lens, which is what I'm wanting to do today. It's just the goal is to get some beautiful, sort of see a little bit of what I'm going to be getting. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to turn my light down slightly on the side. Drop your chin slightly. Cover half your face. Bring it, hold the shell more so I can see more of the shell. More of the shell. Yeah. And bring it slightly over. Bring it up more. So more like, yeah, and then hold the shell around the side so I can see more. Not that way, more so I can see that. So you're holding it on the side. Yeah, there you go. Bring it in front of your face. Bring it and twist. Bring that arm across. Yeah. Okay. Can I get you to move back slightly? Can you still hear me? We're still good.
Yeah, Lauren, I've got a question here for you.
Yeah.
I think your mic was a bit dead. They're just asking, please, can you tell us what the light settings are again? We didn't hear the first time.
Oh, okay. What, on the camera or the light?
The light.
The light. I'm on 64. So it's a very low light because I'm also backing it up with the reflector on the side. We're shooting outside. I don't have direct sunlight, so the overcast weather is actually helping me today.
Yeah, cool, man. And you're shooting with the 8600, eh?
Yes, I'm shooting with the 8600 Pro.
Perfect. Awesome.
Okay. As low as you can go. Go low.
Yeah, it looks flipping nice, eh? Has it got a belt? It's a flipping beautiful coat. Huh? Shit. I love this like this. Yeah, I like that. So if you put the jacket on, yeah. What happens? How far does this go down?
And then drop even lower. So I want your just your head out of the water.
Huh?
Now turn your head slightly.
No, I thought maybe to take the pants off as well and put this on as the second. You know what I mean? Coat and the boots, yeah. Yeah. And then hair out.
That I've done so far, and then we'll get back. Okay.
Okay, let's have a look and let's have a look at what you've done here.
That we've taken so far, so that you can get an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, looks amazing.
Okay. So as you can see, I'm just going to quickly put like a very quick grade on there.
Yeah.
I can see it on. Okay.
So these are just one of your normal. Are you using a preset, Lauren, or are you just fly by nighting here?
That is that's a preset I just did quickly earlier before today.
Okay, cool.
I
That's
mean,
awesome.
before we started shooting, just so because all the colors in that are very different.
I love this.
So I'm using a. So I mean, you can get a very good idea. I mean, it looks. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it looks amazing, eh?
Yeah, I mean, the sharpness is amazing. I absolutely love this lens. Beautiful for portrait. I
What
would
is
love
your
how
f-stop there?
4.
Okay, cool. I like the reflection. You're getting a little bit of reflection in the water, which is quite cool.
Oh yeah. So let me just put 2 screens. There you go. I'm just adding like a few magenta tones to her undertone. In particular, it's very complementary to her makeup, adding a slight like sort of magenta side. And I'm just making the water slightly darker, mostly with the preset. And then when I do fine retouching, it would be in Photoshop. So like, for example, I'm not wild about this at the top here. I feel like that's slightly distracting for the image. So what I would end up doing in Photoshop would be to like pretty much clone stamp that out and create the top section over here would then become blue at the same time, so that your focal point would be just her face. Let me go back this side.
Okay, and do you crop it all now, or do you do that work in Photoshop, or would you do it? Would you crop now?
No, usually I would crop. Usually, yeah, I don't usually like to crop my images too much. I like to try and get it right from the word go. If I do need, if cropping is necessary, then yeah, I'll do it in Lightroom, hey. And then when I export it into, so there you go. Sorry, these are just a few different sort of like ones where we did slightly closer to the front screen.
Love
like
that.
That one I would crop slightly because I don't like that little corner. So I mean, just take that out there and do that. That makes a big difference. Just getting rid of that strap on the side, because that's the distracting part of the image.
Yeah, I think it's so important as well when you're looking. I know you can't. I mean, you always try and crop as much as you can or get it right in the camera, but sometimes it's just impossible, you know. But yeah, it makes a huge difference, that little crop that you've just done there now.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes just a small little thing, like even in this photograph, for example, I don't like the curvature of her arm a tiny bit over there. I feel like it should be slightly in. So that's like another, it's like a tiny little thing like that.
Yeah.
Just makes a difference. Makes it, well, to me, that I feel like that looks a million times better. And it's something that's so small and so easy to do. So I'm just going to sort of scroll through so you can sort of see a few of the pictures without me even having put a filter on. Should that, man.
Yeah, we've got a question here. What lens is that? I think you said it's 85, eh? The 85 1.4 or 1.8?
1.8.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're shooting it at f4, which is quite nice.
Yeah, because I shoot outdoors and mostly in full sunlight, the f4, the 1.4 wasn't quite a necessary requirement because I didn't need that extra light ability on the with my camera, because I hardly ever shoot indoors. It's mostly outdoors. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shoot a little bit more. I'm going to change it slightly because I'm wanting to get the model to be more in the water. I'm going to have to move my lights slightly. So I'm going to go change my setup just a tiny bit. Like, it's just going to be little tweaks within the setup will make a big difference. Okay, so
Okay,
Let's go
cool. I'm
there.
gonna swap to your big screen so everybody can see what you're doing.
Not even.
Yeah, sorry guys, there does seem to be a little bit of a connection
Can you
buffering here at the
it's
moment.
just Viva, but the other way around. Okay, so you're gonna get the water. So like you to put your face to gently touch or suck sideways in the water. Oh, like this. Yeah, like okay. Can they see you? Okay, so what I've got my model to do is actually lying in the water. Just a side note, our makeup artist has used pretty much fixed to, it's not going to off in the water. So such a big difference, a professional makeup artist on your shoot, particularly when you're working with much easier. Okay. Just check my light. Okay, so what I'm going to do is forward. Yeah. I want you to push it back. For me and look more up. You're going to drop water. Now turn your head this way. So still roll slightly. And then I need you to this hair over here. So okay. All right. Hi. Craig, can you hear me?
Hey, so we just got a question here quickly before we go. We've got a question here from Liesel. She said, you said something about the makeup artist.
Oh, yeah, makeup artist used.
Okay, cool.
We were ready for that one. Yeah. Do you
and then we've got another one here.
Does she want to know a little bit more about the product? Because Valenti can quickly tell you a bit more about the fixing spray if you would like.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Hi there. So it's a Kryolan waterproof fixing spray. It's literally used, we do underwater shoots with this. It's incredible. So I sprayed it on pretty liberally at about 15 centimeter distance over the face. And it's almost like a layer of cling wrap on the face. So nothing moves at all. Let me know if there's anything else.
Yeah, we'll do. Okay.
Last one. We've got one from Ashvir.
Yes. Oh, no. I never use a histogram to check the exposure of my image. I usually do it all by a sight of my eye. I never
agree
check
with that. Absolutely.
I never do. I don't think I've ever done that. Okay.
So Lauren, just to let you
yeah. Sure.
Sorry, just to let you know, when you walk away from the laptop, the sound does go quite a bit. but you're quite clear when you're coming to sit there. So just bear that in mind. So some of the things that you are saying might not be getting through to the folks.
Okay.
Okay, so wow, these are awesome.
Okay. So there we go. So you just get an idea of. I mean, when I put it in there, I thought maybe I'd have to move my light slightly sideways, because she'd be lower down and closer to the water. But that wasn't the case, actually. Oh, sorry. It actually worked perfectly. So I didn't need to. So I'm just putting this preset on. I actually can't really tell what it's doing.
Yeah, it's the color is amazing. Eh?
Okay, yeah. I'm using a screen that I don't normally use as a second screen at the moment, so I can't tell my color right now. Which I usually spend a very long time doing my color. Color to me is incredibly important when doing my color grading. I like that.
I like that preset. Eh? Wow, I love that. That's just a personal thing.
You can see the clarity and the sharpness of the image, and I'm quite liking this interesting shape that it's creating in the eye over here as well. That's the reflector on that'll be the reflector over here, and then that's my light. That's the 8600. Where's my mouse? There. Okay, so let's just keep going through.
We've got a question here from Tyrone.
Yeah. 400. So it's actually not that high, but you've got to remember that today is overcast. It's not the if I was shooting in full sunlight, things would be very different. So these are shots we were shooting. I don't know if you guys heard it. And then I had to ask her to move her hair because I just found this hair and everything on the side is just she's sort of looking like she's being consumed by her hair. So as beautiful as her face looks, her hair doesn't look great. So that, on the other hand, looks cleaner, better, so much better. In post-production, what I would probably end up doing is removing these little bits over here. See those tiny little bits over there? I find that distracting. So I would most probably end up photoshopping that out in Photoshop. See, there she's consumed by hair. It looks so much better when she's...
I like that. I like that scrape back look, It gives a nice clean vibe.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's a very powerful image, eh?
Yeah, I love it. We've got another question here.
Great. Sorry. Most of the time when I shoot outdoors in bright sunlight with my light, I hardly ever use diffusers, or it's very rarely. But I mean, like I've said before, I shoot on the beach a lot. I shoot in fields a lot. I shoot in pools. And if there's a slight amount of a breeze without somebody holding that light, it's going to fall over. It's going to break and it's just it's so much easier for me to just move that light slightly further away from my model so that you actually have a natural diffusion purely from just by distance. Just the light traveling from the light to your model is a slight diffuser. So that's usually how I do that. Is usually I'll just move my lights slightly further away from my model.
Okay.
Yeah, just because honestly, I'm sure we would be on light 100 right now if I didn't. If I used diffusers, I would have had to replace a light per shoot.
Listen, you don't live in PE where the wind blows like hell here.
Oh, yeah. You'd be surprised. Yes. What would you Photoshop?
I'm keen to hear what you say about this.
Under the water. I don't think I would actually. I don't find that distracting. I actually find that that diagonal over there actually fits perfectly with the diagonal of her face. So that actually, I feel like that that doesn't bug me at all.
Yeah.
Only thing I think with this one is I'm not wild about how her arm is going underneath the water. So this shape here I
Yeah.
don't like. So you would end up with, you know, if you had to look at that image, I would most probably end up doing some more along the lines of
Yeah.
that rather.
Yeah.
Just
Love it.
sort of remove that. And then yeah, that's more I think what I would have done. And then there's a slight color. But I think I prefer it. I prefer the images where she's slightly more back and her shoulders more sideways than the one where she was bringing her shoulder to underneath her body.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, these are
See, I mean,
amazing.
yeah. So lovely. Okay. Should I do one more shoot, guys?
Yeah, let's do another setup and then we can swap.
Okay. All right. What I'll do is, okay, I know what kind of shoots. I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, sorry guys, the it seems to be buffering a little bit.
As I was walking further that time. So all I've done is move my lights slightly back. So that what's going to happen is that light's actually going to catch the back of her hair over here. Oh, there. Oh, that way. There you go. Rather than hitting a side light. And then I'm going to get frontal lights on her face using the reflector, which I don't have to move. I'm using quite a small space here. So changing the lighting with small tweaks, not big, massive, complete changeovers. All right, let me try keep. Can you see the model? That's it. Maybe. See what I want you to do. I want you to chuck it on your back, over your shoulder. So like bringing quite a bit of water onto your shoulder and onto like the side of your neck here by the earring. That product you used is, yeah. And now shoulders come forward too much. So that one at the back. Drop your chin more, lean forward more. Yeah. Drop your chin more. Open your eyes though. Now I want you to just a little bit more to me and drop your chin onto your shoulder a bit more. Bring it back a tiny bit. Bring it so that it's so that this part of your shoulder isn't on top of your chin. So at the moment you're doing too much. So you just want it to be still too much. Bring the whole shoulder. Yes. Now drop your chin a bit. Keep your head straight. Top of your head. There. I want you to tilt your head back now a bit more. Okay. Head back more now and open your mouth. I want you to bring the other hand on that side up to your face on this side. Maybe bring it into your hair, like front over there, more at the back. Yeah. Okay, one. Okay. Craig, are you there?
Yeah. Okay, well done.
There we go. Okay. There. Okay, so highlight slightly to the back, so it's just adding a bit more detail from that side than from the front. It's also going to catch here a little bit more. Beautiful lighting on her back. That's just removing the light slightly off. It's
Yeah, you know what? I'm also, you know, that reflector is doing an awesome job as well.
yeah. I think don't think reflectors get enough credit. I love my reflector, and honestly, I would never. My assistants hate me because they almost fly away with the 2 meter. Because sometimes it can become a serious. It literally.
You're fading away your voice.
Oh, you're getting a top to bottom reflection. Craig?
I can hear you.
Okay, there you go. So I was just saying that that large reflector, it just gives you. So I mean, you use that one reflector and it gets the model from head to toe. Instead of when you use a smaller reflector, whereas I find it's more like using a mirror. You choose their feet. You don't actually get to do a whole general like light up. With the bigger reflector, you're getting so much reflective light that it makes a massive difference. I would definitely highly recommend those. Oh yeah, I mean, let's have a look, slightly closer look here.
Yeah, these are nice, eh?
Also, we're really lucky. Shannon has the most beautiful skin. Like the amount of retouching that I have to do on this image is very minimal because she's just naturally beautiful. You're welcome.
Love it.
So this is just slightly shooting slightly higher up, using her shoulder as part to create almost shape with her body.
Yeah. Love this. Oh, that's lovely.
This is just like a slightly different angle. I really like the detail on her back. So
yeah,
from her like that part there
love
is
it.
quite yeah. So nice. So there you go. I think that was where I was just sort of finding my
Yeah.
feet there. And you sort of get the angle right, you know?
Yeah. Love it though. I love this from this angle. It's got a very different feel there.
Some comment like that in comparison, that is very different.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both strong
Yeah.
images, but
Yeah.
they're both very different angle. And luckily, I've got a model that works from any angle. But if you're working with somebody, you can find their sort of sweet spot and then keep them. And some people are only photogenic from particular angles. Some people look better at specific angles. And then you just sort of, as you're shooting, you'll and then you can do that. Best possible angles. Well, okay. Well, yeah. If anybody has any questions, please fire.
Yeah. So I'm going to put,
Do you
I'm
have
going to
anything
put some
that you'd like
questions.
to know?
I'm going to put some questions on here. So we've got Liesel again. So she's asking, what are your favorite Godox battery operated flashlights to use? If I'm interested in to invest in some Godox lights, what do you use indoors and outdoors? How to look and why there's quite a big range of available. So what I can say to you is that there is quite a big range of lights that can almost suit anything that you're wanting to do. The Godox range of lights is fantastic. I know that I work in the studio and I work outdoors. And it doesn't matter where you go. The light for me is absolutely perfect. We saw Lauren today working with the 8600, and she's just using the normal 7-inch, I think the normal 7-inch reflector, which is very, very nice. It's a powerful light. Easily overpowers the sun. So, you know, if you're shooting in harsh sunlight, either with the reflector on, or even, I know sometimes, Lauren, you shoot without any reflector and just a bare bulb.
Yeah, sometimes I do, yes.
Yeah. So,
I use it often as a
the
full light.
Yeah, the light is flipping amazing. On my side, I'll chat to you a little bit about mine. I've also got a 600, but today I'm going to be shooting with the 8300. Okay, so you can see it's quite a, let me take the reflector off. It's a much smaller light. Let's just remove this. So it's a much smaller light, nice and compact. It's a 300 watts, so obviously not as powerful as this 8600, but also works pretty damn well in the sunlight, and used it quite extensively outside. So very, very happy with this. So Lauren is working with a 7-inch reflector. My favorite one is this. So it's like a much larger reflector. I love it. It's not a Bowens mount, so it fits onto the Godox mount lights, but I love this. It's my favorite reflector. The 7-inch used to be my favorite reflector. Now this one is. You can see how much bigger it is. So I'm going to be shooting with this in a moment. And we'll see how that works. We're going to start off today with some in-studio stuff.
Craig, I've just got 1 or 2 questions here. Do you mind if I answer them while you're setting up?
Yeah, no, answer.
Okay, all right. So the one is your go-to lenses for editorial and fashion photography. So mostly for my portraits, I use my 85mm, and then I use my 70-200 a lot, all the time. Because I shoot in location, I actually find it better to have a slight distance between myself and my model. I find they feel a lot more comfortable that way around. And also they don't know when I'm doing close-ups. And then I've got another question. Lauren, do you only use the silver side? I do often use the silver side. I have done shoots where I've taken that off and used a diffuser only. So you literally, I'm going to show you now. different colors. I mean, I've used gold before, but I do find that's a bit hectic, particularly on lighter skin tones. It makes them look yellow. So I find it looks really nice when you're shooting dark gold because it adds a tone
You're
to
going to
the
dry in a second.
beautiful. And then quite often I use just this. So if I'm getting full sunlight and it's just too much, I literally just do that over my models to create it almost becomes like a bit of a light box. Yeah. Or, okay. Oh. All right. Craig, you have a question. Craig, what size is your reflector?
Sorry, I missed that.
What size is your reflector?
Reflector.
I think he's talking about the size there again. Your audio is doing. Craig, your audio has gone. Your audio. Hey guys, I think you're just gonna have to be a little bit patient with us for now. Okay. Here you go. Lauren, what are your go-to light setup? Go-to light setup. Oh, there you go, Craig. I can hear you there. It was doing some weird jittery thing. There you go. You back there.
Okay, sorry, this battery's just kind of conked out straight on, like in mid flip and thing. So the perils of shooting in live.
Oh, okay.
You still okay there?
Yeah. No, you sound much better, huh?
Okay, cool. So yeah, you asked me about my reflector size. I'm not quite sure what the size is. I know that it's called the 80 R12 reflector from Godox. It's a Godox mount reflector, so it will fit on the 80 300 Pro, and also I think is it the 8400? I'm not quite sure. I think one of those. But yeah, so you can't use it on your Bowens mount unless you get an adapter. Okay, so can I start on my little scenario?
Go for it, Craig. Show us what you got.
Okay, so, alrighty. So I'm going to be doing a studio shoot today. Very much kind of what I love to do. I'm going to be shooting with the 80 300 Pro with that 80 R12 reflector. So it's going to be quite a hard light that I'm going to be using. We've got Sine here in her little getup. And yeah, so we're just going to, what I normally do is there's normally music blasting in the studio. So it gives it a little bit of an ambience and a bit of a vibe. But because of going live on Facebook, there's no music allowed. Otherwise, they'll kick us off. So yeah, I'm just going to get to it. I'm shooting tethered as well into Lightroom. I'm shooting with my 70 to 200 f2.8, and I'm shooting it. I'm possibly going to be shooting it at f8, and my light is on an 8th power, I think. So I'm not using full power for this. I'm going to do a test shot just to see that I'm getting my light correct, and then we'll go from there. So quick test vibe here, and let's just see what's going to go. Let's see how that works out. Okay, so I can... It didn't fire. Okay, so the perils of shooting live. Always good to turn the light on when you start, so bear that in mind. So again, here we go. So let's do our test photo. Let's see how that turns out. So what I normally do is I'm always taking a test photo just to see how my light is going to pan out. You're going to see the photos are going to be quite, it's a hard light, but it's something that that I like. Generally what I'm doing is I'm normally shooting black and white. But for today, I'm going to put one of my color presets on. And yeah, we're going to show you some color photos. So very simple light setup. As you can see, the light slightly to the right of the camera. It's pointing down at Sune. It's giving her some nice sculpture to her cheekbones. And it's giving quite a big shadow onto the back wall, which I also quite like. So I'm going to...
Craig, that block that you've got, that white block on the side behind you, is that sort of are you using that as a slight reflector of that light? Is that bouncing light back at you at all?
Yeah, there is some light coming up here. This is my V flat. We're going to use it a little bit different. It's on wheels. So I've got black on this side. So we're going to use that a little bit. But it is filling in some of the light here and making it a little bit brighter on the side. But it's not too much. You can obviously see this light in here. Okay, that's my 8600, but that's not, it's not working at the moment. It's been switched off. So the only light that we're using is the 8300 on an 8th power. And I'm shooting at f8, 200th of a second. And yeah, so let's take some photos. Okay, you ready? Okay, let's go. Beautiful. Love, love, love. Love, 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 beaut, 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 beaut. Let's get some long ones. Love, love, love. Beautiful. Let me get a couple of closer ones here, so just sort of waist up. Love, 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 love. Okay. So let's just have a look and see. Those are going to be busy downloading.
What setting did you say your light was on there on the 300? Was on?
It's on an 8th power.
On an 8th. Okay, so that's quite high.
Yeah, well, not too high. So you can see by the recycle time when you're shooting at an 8th. You must also remember it's a 300 watts. So you are using a little bit more power than you would if you were using a 600. Yeah. So thank you for this, Monique and Theo Besson. Okay. When you're shooting Sine, you can just see that it's great. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay. So I've already put on a little a preset on there, but you can see I love the way. I mean the mood in the face for me is really what's on, what I'm looking for.
Stunning.
So clicking on the wrong thing.
What is she wearing? Is that like a leotard?
Sorry, man. I don't know why. No, it's like a one-piece short jumpsuit.
Okay.
One of her old dancing outfits.
I quite like the shimmer that it has.
Yeah, it's great, eh? So I'm getting some nice moody vibes here from like that. I love. So just a couple of full lengths.
Yeah.
Love that.
Those shoes are really cool.
So yeah, we're getting some really cool photos of this. I mean, that's lovely. You can see the amount of feeling and connection that Sine has with the lens. So the eyes for me are telling a huge story here, which I absolutely love. And yet can still, is still pulling it off. Yeah, love that.
And I mean, you were shooting quite fast, and that light was keeping up really well. Hey, it flashed full every single time.
Yeah, no, we did. Yeah, we did. And yeah, if anybody else is watching, like Steve, he'll know that I normally shoot faster than that. Especially when I'm working with somebody like Sine, she doesn't mess around. She knows exactly what we're doing. She knows exactly what we're trying to achieve. And I can really just focus on what I'm doing, and she just focuses on what she's doing. So she adds so much value to my photos that I'm not having to constantly give her direction. Basically, I'll give her little points where maybe her arms are going a little bit out of the set or the frame that I'm using, or I'll tell her that I'm shooting closer or I'm shooting full length, just so that she knows what I'm doing. But I'll try and leave it as open as I can with her. And yeah, look, it's not always possible. Depending on who you're working with will obviously depend on how you're shooting with the girl. But I've shot with Sine a few times and we kind of know each other quite well. So we kind of like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to my back to the studio shot. If I can get my mouse to work. And then I'm going to put myself up. So I'm going to change it up a little bit. So let's stay there. I'm going to just change the light. So we're going to shoot it more kind of front on like that. So come a little bit, come a little bit forward.
Those shoes are something special, hey?
Studio shoes. Let's see that. I just want to do a quick test shot of this, just to see how the light is going to fall. I shoot very much like you do, Lauren. It's very much feel.
Yeah.
I'll put the light somewhere and I think, okay, maybe that's going to look cool. And then I'll go, yeah, it works or it doesn't work. So let's have a look at that. And if it's not, I'm going to make a quick change. Okay, so I'm going to let's shoot this set in black and white. The light is a little bit closer, so I'm going to shove it down to a 16th. At the moment, just below waist. So just to get a nice light feel here. Normally takes me maybe 1 or 2 shots to do the vibe, and then we go from there. So let's just make a little bit of an adjustment here. Okay, so this set's going to be incredibly moody, black and white, and we'll see what we're going to get here. So let's just be careful of out of this. Just directly facing me. Is it? Okay, so just be familiar with the light is coming from the side. Okay. All right, so I've changed the light setup a little bit. It's going to be a little bit more dramatic in this set. So let's see. Just remember that light's coming from that side. We're going to start off kind of 3/4, and then I'm going to do another quick check. Yeah, favor this side, eh? Yeah, okay. Okay, love it. Let's go. Good. Love. Let me get a little bit closer. Love. Arms a little bit tighter, yeah. Love. Beautiful. Okay, some
Craig, I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah. I think it's just froze. It keeps freezing a little bit.
Okay, I think this. I mean the sound.
No, the video is a little bit jumpy.
The video. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. Let's have a look. We've got some. Let me share my screen with you, and we will go. So just excuse, it is loading.
Craig, I just have a question. So with the light being slightly higher up, do you not find that do you like that shadow and that it's causing slightly underneath her eye? So if you look at her eye, is that like you're going for sort of like stark contrasty vibe, obviously? So that obviously helps create that.
I'm trying to get. I'm just trying to get a very dramatic lighting setup. So you'll see there's going to be some where there's dark eyes, and it's just the style that I like to shoot. It's just when I look at that, a lot of people will look at it and say, okay, look, they don't really like that style of photo, or the eyes are black or whatever. But for me, it's not really something that. And we'll go through some of these. So there you've got a nice pose. I mean, she's looking up into the light. I also want to just let you know that the light is not pointing directly at Sune. So the middle of the light is not pointing at Sune. So it's just pointing a little bit in front of her, but I'm getting that nice sort of spill out off there. So there's some full lengths. I mean, even there we're starting to get hooded eyes, but I think the pose and what we are shooting sort of adds value to that drama that we're going to get. Okay, so
yeah, I just want to compliment Sune's footwork on that, because I think her feet look absolutely amazing, and the way that she's duck-toed her feet looks so cool with those shoes.
Yeah.
And the pants, it really works.
So we're really getting this. Not every photo is a keeper, but definitely there are shots in here. I mean, I love that. They're looking into the light. So, Sune understands shooting. She knows where the light is, and, she will obviously just make sure that she's getting the light or feeling the light on her face. You see, I don't mind that.
That's
that's
power right there. Love that one.
So you've got, so there's shadows in your eyes, but listen, for me, that's just flippin' rad.
Love that.
Yeah, so we kind of, I've got a style of how I shoot, and I try and look, as I say, I always shoot what I like. So, and you can see I shot a little bit quicker this time. I mean, look at that. It's just.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah. So you look at
really,
photos like
really
this.
brings a mood, hey?
Yeah. I mean, look at that photo. I mean, black eyes, really. But I mean, I don't know. For me, it's an amazing shot. So you've gone from that light setup, and then we've come from this light setup. It's the same light, and I've literally moved the light maybe 3 feet in a different place, and I've got Sine just to move maybe 1 foot off the wall to get this photo. So I did change my light power. So here I was on an 8th power, and because she moved off the wall and I moved the light slightly closer to her to get a nice hard feel for this, I'm looking at I'm at a 16th power here. Okay. So do your hair, take the let's do the pants and then put the jacket on. Okay, so we're gonna try something a little bit different now. I think.
Craig, do you want to take off your Lightroom so we can see you?
Yeah. Okay, that's always something I forget to do. So thank you for that. Okay, so it is a little bit bright in here. I'm going to try something. How different this is going to look. So what I'm going to do is I've got my V flat here. We're going to try and shoot Sine against a black backdrop.
Are you going to be using the one side of that flat to cast the shadow?
Yeah, so I'm going to try and
Or to
cast a
create a
shadow
full
on
straight
here
line.
to make a little bit of a different vibe. And then, yeah, we'll see how that works out. It's a very little adjustment. I might have to let me help you with the spray. Oh, sorry, I've got this. So we're doing a little bit of hairstyling here. Okay. Light. Yeah, put that on. Okay, so let's just turn it on for me. Yeah, no, face me. Okay. Okay. So we've changed it up. Again, I'm just going to do a quick light check here to see that the light is actually falling where I want it to fall. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so, wow, okay. So that's quite cool. That's flipping quite cool. It didn't have the desired effect. I think if I had a white background, it would be a little bit better. But let's go. Just go stand there again. Huh? Facing you. About there, yeah? Okay. It's always nice to set up first and then get the light where you're wanting it to be and the look that you're wanting to get. I just want to see this. I've made the power a little bit brighter. So yeah, okay. Let's just make this a little bit softer. That's quite vibey, yeah? No, I think it's fine. I think the hair's fine like that. So, yeah, I think I like this. I'm not getting that shadow that I wanted. I think I need the whiteboard. So we might do that straight after this. I'll do a couple of shots with a black background. It changes this whole feel and look of the photo of Sine. I'm only going to be shooting you from like just above the knee up. Okay, so you just continue doing. Sorry, again. Let's go. Beautiful. Love, love, love. Love, love. Oh, my word. Beaut. Yo, okay. Dig these. So I'll quickly do this and just show you how, just with a different change in background. Look at that shot. Yeah, see. Okay, so we changed the background. I just want these loaded so that we don't have let's see if there's any questions here. It's counting how many times we what type of stand, Liesel? It's a C stand. Yeah, so they're on the Godox website. It's a C stand, and I've got that extra that boom arm as well. Now listen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, we're nearly there. So let's share. Okay. Sorry, man, I just overpowered this poor little machine. Any other questions? So long. Yeah. Okay, Liesel, there. Godox just put the link for you there. So I would definitely recommend this kind of stand, especially if you're working in the studio. It's for me, it's brilliant, man. I really love it. So yeah, it's a good acquisition. All right, so let's quickly run through some of these photos. So what I've done here is just changed the background, and we've put a coat on and a hat. And that was literally like a 3-minute change. And I did a couple of test shots, I think 2 test shots, and we're getting these photos. So quite vibey, different vibe again, okay, nice, clean. I mean, that to me, oh, love it. Oh my word, okay. The photographer's, what do you call it? Worst nightmare, the hair tie on the wrist. So, yeah. I mean, even that is really cool. You know, no face, but you're just getting that little snippet of the face. So, love that. Love.
I love the emotion
So,
that you capture in her face.
Yeah. So the challenge for me is always every shoot with Sine is, can I get a bad shot? And I've yet to get a bad shot. So,
Well, the head ties are in.
So yeah, the only bad shots I get are that. So, but otherwise, that's pretty much quite cool. So I want to quickly do this one with you. Let's swap this around.
Craig, if you're moving things around in the studio, do you want to take it off Lightroom?
Yes. Good Lord. Okay, so what I've done is I've swapped the backdrops now to a white backdrop. I'm going to try and do that shadow. Okay, is it a bit behind there? So we're going to see what look we're going to get. Just see this farm, just a test photo, just to make sure that I'm happy with where the light is or where the shadow is. Okay, so we can make it a little bit more. A little bit more. Let's just bring this. Okay. So what I've done here is I'm just going to bring in a little bit of the shadow of that V flat, and we've got to shoot on a white background. And let's go. Love, love. Yes. Go the other way with the head. Yes. Love it. Love it. Yes. Okay. So I might have been able to turn that light down a fraction, but so the only reason I've done this is to create a different backdrop and a different feel behind. Okay, so let's change that back. I possibly could have, but I'm not unhappy with that. So you can see what that is doing there with that light. It's creating that different texture or shadow at the back.
Yeah, I like the diagonal, and then the way it creates a diagonal of the top part of the. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're just kind of, you're just getting a different thing. And you can make that shadow longer or smaller or at more of an angle and things like that. So I really, really like that. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Do you want to try, is there time for one more setup, or I don't know. I can do one that will be a little bit different. Should we just hit it? What do you guys say?
I don't know, we're going for an hour and a half. I think it's up to them. 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to do, what the hell? I'm going to do one more and then we can call it a day. Good. So let's move this out of the way. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this light outside. Let's hopefully nobody runs off with the light. Okay, so I've put the light outside. I just want to see where this is going to catch you and whether it's bright enough. Okay, so we can maybe make it a little bit more. Close it a little bit more. Let's see that. So just going to do a quick light change. You need to go a little bit that way, towards the door. Yeah. Okay, so let me change this up a bit. Yeah. Is it coming through here?
Yeah.
So I get a slither of light. Okay, it's just taking longer than I thought, but hopefully worth it.
Are you still shooting with the same lens there, Craig?
Still with the same lens, yeah. Okay, I'm going to shoot this now. So what I've done is I've taken my light and I've put it outside the door. I've closed the door, so I'm getting a little strip of light coming through the door. And I've put Sunay right against the wall. Do you want to, let's undo the coat so we can kind of play with the coat. So keep it on, but Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's just make sure we're on point here. So just give me another, just see that. And then if it's a go, I'm going to do a couple of shots, not too many. I love this. Okay, you can go a little bit, tiny bit backwards that way. Yeah, there we go. Okay, all right. So let's go. Love it. Love. Love, love, love. Yes, flick the hair over. Love it. Stay on the wall, stay on the wall, stay on the wall. Yeah, flick your hair right over to the other side. Yes, that way. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love, love. Let's do some fulls. Love, 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 love. Okay. Okay, let me get my light back in here before it gets whipped. Okay, guys. Last set quickly. Shot quite a few shots there. You can see that I didn't miss one recycle. I shot quite fast. Just taking a little bit of time to load. I think we're nearly there. Give me 1 second. That's it. Okay, so let's see what we've done with this. Okay, so there's still more loading, sorry.
Oh, stunning, Craig.
Okay, so you can see I've used the door now to create this different mood again, using the same light. Sorry, guys. Okay, so
Absolutely lovely.
So very simple, man.
Mm.
Very, very simple stuff here. Just creating and using that light. I love the shadow that it's creating. And I also like this dark space that's on this side here. Possibly, if I had more time, I would have maybe made it a little bit darker. This is just a little beat.
But the whole thing complements the outfit as well. So the black and the white with the shadows and everything, and the outfit.
Yeah.
Really, from a fashion perspective, that really is complementary.
Yeah. Yeah, love that. I mean, even though the eyes are a little bit, but I mean, look at that. It's just so moody.
Beautiful. Lovely.
So even there, we've got no face. It's still great. Eh? I mean, even that, man, Shaza. Yeah.
And is this you shooting black and white, or have you put a filter on?
No, so I've got a preset that I use. Let me get back to this. Yeah, so I've got a preset that I use. What I normally do, obviously I'm shooting in RAW. So the photos are getting captured in RAW, so they color. But even on the back of my camera, I shoot black and white. So I look at the photograph at the back of the camera in black and white. I don't know why. I'm sure it's a throwback from when I started photography, and I used to shoot in black and white. So I just see it better. I don't know why. I can't give you a reason. But I know that if I bang it right in black and white, and I get the contrast that I want and the look and the feel in black and white, I can easily make it into color at the end of the day. So I've got both options. So, but I like to see. For me, it's less cluttered, and you can really, really get the photograph that you're wanting. Tom Ludwig from Munich, how are you, mates? All right, man. I think quite a successful dual shoot there, Lauren.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, a little bit of technical glitches here and there, batteries running flat and stuff like that. But I think you know, for a first time out, it was really good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's just a little bit of behind the scenes of how both of us shoot. As I said earlier, you know, we both kind of shooting fashion stuff, but we're different kinds of fashion photographers, and yet I think we both can learn from each other. I love the way that Lauren shoots and how she styles and things like that, and her lighting. I think it's great. And so, yeah, so I'll watch you, and I can also add some of those little touches when I'm shooting. But yeah, I think hopefully we imparted some really cool information with you. Just to recap on what we used from Godox today, which is Lauren used the 8600 with the 7-inch reflector. And then I used my 8300 Pro with the 80R12 reflector, which is slightly bigger. And that's it. I think I shot on 2 settings, an 8th power and a 16th power were my 2 settings. And I think, Lauren, what was you were down at?
I think I was 64th, and I went up to, I want to say 16th.
Yeah. So also, so also the difference there is I was shooting on f8, which is a very small aperture, and you were shooting at f4, so you had a little bit of at the back. So, so my light obviously would have had to be a little bit, it needed to be a little bit brighter than yours. But you know, at the end of the day, if you know how to work with your lights, you're going to get the photograph that you want. And and if there's anything else you're wanting to say.
No, I've had fun though. It's been amazing watching you work, Craig. I think the way that you use shadows to tell a story is really amazing. That's definitely something that I can learn from. 100%. The way you throw shadows is also incredible.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's I think it comes from my street shooting. You know, I really, really love the shadows. So yeah, I'm looking forward to catching up with you, Lauren, when we meet in person. And we've got that, Lauren, I've got a challenge on.
Yeah.
When we get to do it, I'm not quite sure, but I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Hopefully we'll be able to film it, and then you guys get to watch us.
Yeah, so we've challenged each other with one model, and each of us going to be shooting that model in a very similar location, and we'll see how we're going to come up with that. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Sine for joining me today. Always a flippant lovely working with you.
Thank you.
You can see how easy she makes my job.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just want to thank Shannon and also to Valenti for doing such amazing makeup. And she's going to make my editing life a hell of a lot easier. So. Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Thanks to Godox as well for letting us use their platform, and hope the guys will see you soon.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Hey, Craig. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Pleasure, man. Ciao.
Bye.